you have Sean Jacquet, or if you had Judge Sean Jacquet last court, you may be in his courtroom today. He may be working off of an old notice where he was in 436. So make sure you're in the right courtroom. Most people are in the right courtroom. We haven't had too many notice issues. There's a mixed docket of motions for reconsideration for default judgments that were filed on cases where the dates were switched up. So every default judgment that I entered, a motion for reconsideration was filed. If defendants do not show up, I'll give plaintiff the option to reinstate the previous default judgment or issue a new default judgment with the new amount, and the clock will start ticking again on the 10 days and the eligibility for a writ. So you can use the old judgment and request a waiver of the 56 days, or we can move on with the new judgment. All of the motions for reconsideration are scheduled for 8:30. So we have a significant 8:30 docket. I'll try to get you all out of here. I'll start calling names in order of the cases after we address Damian Raymond and Attorney Fred Coleman. Again, good morning.
Morning.
And
Good morning.
If you see your defendant here, excuse me. If you see your defendant here, if you know you're represented by counsel, please put your hand up so we can get these cases moving. Please don't say you're ready if you haven't had the opportunity to talk to opposing counsel, or if you're represented by counsel. If you haven't talked to your counsel, please talk to your counsel before raising your hand. But if you need to raise your hand to talk to counsel, obviously raise your hand. Ms. Damian Raymond, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I see you on.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I had raised my hand because I didn't know exactly what time court was starting, because I know that we're not supposed to drive during.
Okay, what I'll do, all right, is Mr. Bouchard here? This is what we'll do. You're on the docket for 8:30. You have to go somewhere? You need to go somewhere?
Yeah, I did, but if it's important for me to stay, I'll just have to stay.
No, you have some time. So
Okay.
call your case, just pull over, let us know. I have you notice here, and then we'll pull over. If I have to recall it after you pull over, don't cause an accident, get in an accident. If it's a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, just wait.
Okay, thank you so much.
As long as you're not holding the phone while you're driving, it doesn't look like it, so just keep the audio on. But I don't want you live driving. As long as we can be parked when we call this case, I'm okay with that. Attorney,
Okay, thanks.
Attorney Fred Coleman, good morning.
Yeah, I know you want to get dismissals out, so I got one dismissal to go right now.
All right, can you give your case number?
5251 is the last number, 8:30.
5251. Calling case number. Madam Court Reporter, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Calling case number 2239-5251. This is Team LBR LLC versus Jasmine Roper and all occupants.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick Coleman, P 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. At this time, we'll be dismissing this matter.
All right, dismissal without prejudice is granted. There's a previous judgment. Obviously, that judgment is mute.
That's correct. You can set that previous judgment aside. Well, you can set that previous judgment aside. They paid in full.
Okay, this is a motion for reconsideration. So what we'll do, I'll grant the motion for reconsideration, set aside the default judgment, and enter a dismissal without prejudice.
Sounds like a plan, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is Marquise Scott here? Marquise Scott. Is Letitia Carswell here?
Yes,
Is that, okay, can you say something one more time?
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see her, Judge. I'll put her name. It's Zoom user. I'll put her name.
Fast, I'm ready.
It's Letitia Carswell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. Why didn't it, wait a minute. Is there
An
another-
attorney, matter of fact, no,
I'm here, Your Honor.
Court report.
Okay.
There are two Zoom,
Oh,
there were two Zoom devices.
I get nervous after, I thought I did the wrong person.
Ms. Carswell, are you represented by counsel?
Hello.
Hello, are you represented by counsel?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Do you want to speak to counsel?
Yes.
All right. Malafite is the opposing counsel on this matter. I think United Community Housing Coalition is here this morning. I'll make this announcement now. For everyone who's here, they are available. Mr. Ted Phillips and his team can speak to you all. Anyone, any defendant who needs legal counsel, UCHC is available. They're available if they choose to retain you, or if you choose to retain them and you're eligible to be represented. So I'm going to invite you to a breakout room. UCHC plaintiff's counsel is here, so please stay in touch with plaintiff's counsel. I believe this is the only case in this courtroom, so let's not keep the defendant too long. Carswell, you may get an invite from UCHC or someone to enter a breakout.
Kind of ready with two 830s.
All right, good morning. What two 830s do you have, Mr.?
I have one with Mr. Abbott at 188 and one with Mr. Horka, who's standing in for Attorney Cox at 155. Your Honor, I would also note we're very short staffed this morning, and I am also covering cases in Wayne County Circuit Court for the tax foreclosure.
Okay, let's
So
see.
we'll be kind of in and out. I apologize in advance, but
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
going to be like a Monday, but on a Wednesday.
Any day, we'll take it any day. Calling case number. One sec. Calling case number 223-94155. This is Viorica Cosma versus Cassandra Bernstein, an occupant.
Yes.
Good morning, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Morning, Your Honor. Ted Phillips, P35900 for the defendant.
Good morning, and was this Cassandra Bernstein who stated her
Yes.
name? Good morning, Ms.
Cassandra Bernstein.
Bernstein, excuse me, I put an N in your name. The parties have a resolution.
Yes, Your Honor, we do. The parties have agreed to do a conditional dismissal with a move-out date, convert to termination, conditional dismissal with a move-out date of April the 22nd, 4B being checked, and the funds in escrow would be released to the plaintiff. No resolution of any other matters before the court, just possession.
Okay,
Mr. Horka, is that correct?
Yes, just any other claims are preserved for the parties.
Right.
Okay, and Ms. Birding, does Mr. Phillips have consent to sign your name on this judgment? I mean, on this
Yes.
conditional? All right, the court is satisfied with the terms, put on the record. The court will enter this conditional dismissal and sign it if we haven't already. Thank you. Good luck, Ms. Birding.
Thank you.
You have a great day. Calling case number 2295188. This is Dorchester One LLC versus Tyrese Foley.
Tyrese Holly here.
Good morning, Mr. Holly.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Your Honor. Ted Phillips, P35900 for the defendant.
All right. Good morning, both of you all.
Your Honor, I don't know if Mr. Abbott is present, but he did sign off on a consent judgment, which I just got back this morning and I will be submitting to the court this afternoon. The terms of which are that the parties agree to amend the complaint to add all occupants, and they will dismiss it'll be converted to a termination, dismissed as to the named defendant. Defendant will vacate by April the 21st. 56-day rule will be waived. All claims that are other than possession are reserved. That's the full agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, this court will hereby set aside grant the motion for reconsideration. We're going to set aside the default judgment that was previously entered on this matter, and we're going to enter a new judgment by hearing. Convert this matter to termination of tenancy. We're also going to dismiss the named party and enter this judgment all occupants. The move out date for this termination of tenancy is April 21st, 2023. And the 56-day rule is waived upon request without objection from plaintiff's counsel.
Is that case 188?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Abbott, I didn't see you there. This was the one we agreed to last night.
Very good.
Dorchester versus Holly. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Not a problem.
You signed off on it, so I just went ahead. I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Court will enter this. Court will enter this judgment. Is this judgment by hearing? 5188. Oh. Court needs 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, it's Tyrese Holly here. I had to help my daughter with something. Is there anything else I was here for?
Tyrese Holly. Mr. Holly, no, you're free to leave. Do you understand the terms of your agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, you're free to leave. I think you have a move out date of April 21st. So
Okay,
on
thank
April
you.
2nd, there's a possibility that a writ could issue. So just be aware of that and, plan accordingly. Good luck.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Is Victoria Williamson here?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man. Okay, I see. Is Attorney Katz here or someone from Attorney Katz's office? Thank you. Ms. Williamson, do you have legal counsel?
I do
Are you
not. I've cleared my balance as well, so I didn't think it was necessary to have anybody represent me.
Okay, no, that's fair. I think that's totally fair. And it's short staff today, so you may make out better just considering your circumstance, but it's up to you. We'll wait for Attorney Katz. When Attorney Katz comes in here, whoever's doing his docket, I'll get your case called.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, let's work with the attorneys who are here. Mr. Cullen, I see you have one ending in 58585.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Good morning. Is Earl not here? I'm calling default judgments an hour before scheduled time, so we still have about 15 minutes for anyone who doesn't see their defendant present. I think you fit in that category, counsel. If you see them or if you have a resolution, let me know. If not, I'll recall it in 15 minutes.
Your Honor, this matter was originally set February 10th, and you granted a default judgment because nobody appeared. And we've submitted proposed default judgments, and we've just been waiting for the default judgment to be returned. But nobody has appeared at the hearings, and I believe that the premises have been vacated. But I understand the court. If you want to wait till 9:30, we'll be willing to do so.
Okay. Court appreciates the additional information. Let's see. So I'll call some more defendants to see who's here. And if not, let's get the 830s knocked out. Is Keosha King here? Is Shatella Kinney here?
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm here. This is Kiyoshi King. Sorry.
Yes, Shatila Kinney is here.
Okay, Keosha King is here?
Yes.
you're scheduled for 9 o'clock. You have Attorney Brayley, and that's Attorney Landau's matter. Attorney Landau's a plaintiff, so.
I'm here for Lando.
All right, so good morning, Attorney Brayley and Attorney
Good morning.
Horka. Have you all discussed this matter yet?
So I've actually got a CD pending with Mr. Landau's office. I'm sending him an email right now to clarify something, but I think we just want a control date.
I can recall it in a few minutes. It's early in the docket. Just if you think we can just get a confirmation. I don't have to rush it right now.
Okay, that works. Thank you.
Well, is Rena Lucas here? And Shatella Kenny, you said you were here, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Effer Williams? All right. Rena Lucas? Angela Tubbs?
Angela Tubbs was present, Judge.
She's in a breakout room, Your Honor.
Is Rena Lucas here? Is Eric Davis here? Is Norbert Gumb present? Is Attorney Shaness here? Oh, I see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can all the attorneys put their P numbers in the name line for the court reporter? You know, we call them out, but we have some
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Is Brittany Johnson here? Brittany Johnson. And Norbert Gum, are you here? All right. Is Saria Durder here? Saria Durder. Saria Durder. No. Is Jackson Broxton here?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, I am here.
Okay, good morning.
Thank
How do you, is it Jacquet or Jock? Or,
It's Jacqueline.
oh, we didn't get your full name. I'm sorry. I see you on the Zoom. I have a docket, it's cut off, so.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Prince Sergeant. Well, I see Attorney Washburn.
Hi, Judge.
Good morning. Is Keisha Palmer here?
Yes, I'm here for her. This is her mother.
All right. Morning, Ms. Palmer. Have you had a conversation with Attorney Washburn? Oh, we have Mr. Santiago representing you. Did you all speak?
Actually, Judge, when I last communicated with Ms. Palmer, she indicated that she did not, she no longer wanted my services, but I needed to make the court aware of that. I know I filed an appearance.
Okay.
Did you need? Do I have to wait for her to be called just on anything?
Is Keisha supposed to show up, ma'am?
I'm her mother. I'm here to speak for her.
But is she supposed to show up? That's what we're asking.
She wasn't able
to. Okay, she's not planning on being here. Is that correct?
Right. She can't. She's at work.
Ms. Palmer, can you talk to Mr. Wasbury and see if you all can work something out?
Well, Judge,
are you occupant? Are you occupant in the property, Ms. Palmer?
She moved out on the 28th.
Okay, all right. I can't, if you're not living in the property and you're not Ms. Keisha Palmer, then you can't represent her. as a defendant unless you're occupant, but you said you don't live in that property. So
No.
And Judge, at this time, that was the same information that I received. I did want to, before the court makes any decision on my continued representation, my understanding was that she had vacated. I don't know if Mr. Wasbury was aware of that or not.
I cut you off, Mr. Wasbury.
Your Honor, my client advises there's still personal property in the home. He does not have keys. I would simply ask that the 56-day rule be waived on the previous judgment because my client wants to clear the property out appropriately.
Calling case number 2239-4953. This is Prince Sargent versus Keisha Palmer and all occupants. May I have appearances?
May it please the court, Mark Wasbury, P51575 for plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157 on behalf of the tenant, Miss Keisha Palmer. I believe her mother is present in the court, but Miss Palmer herself is not.
All right. And ma'am, can you state your name?
Stephanie Hobson.
Thank you. And do you reside at this property?
No, I do not.
Okay. So
I guess you just wanted to be stated, you know, that she moved out on the 28th.
I just wanted you to state your name on appearance, but however, because you're not an occupant of the property, although the court does appreciate you appearing, we can't have you appear on this matter because are you an attorney?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, okay. Because you're not an attorney, you're not a defendant, or if you occupy the property and you would be a defendant, you have standing, but there's no standing for you to argue. But I don't think that's even an issue. That's just more procedural because it's understanding that defendant has moved out. So we're here for a motion for reconsideration because there is a default judgment entered on this property previously. Today is the date for the motion for reconsideration. Attorney Wassery.
Yes, Judge. I would ask the motion be denied and that a writ may issue and that the 56-day rule be waived.
Would you like to are you asking that the original default judgment remain intact?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll be granted that. Go ahead.
Is it possible if I can meet briefly with Mr. Wasbury in a breakout room?
For what reason?
Yeah.
Just to discuss a possible resolution. He indicated to the court, and I understand that there are still items in the property and his client would need to get access to the property, but possibly we can reach a resolution where his client would be able to do that.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, who's the mother of Ms. Palmer? And I'll get to you, Mr. Wassery. What items are there any items left still in the property?
I think she does have some furniture or something there. I'm not sure exactly everything is there, but there are items there.
Okay, Mr. Wassery.
Judge, Mr. Santiago indicates he no longer represents her. We don't have her here. My client wants a writ. Am I wrong, Mr. Santiago?
Mr. Santiago, I'm not considering Mr. Santiago's arguments in this case because he said he doesn't represent her and she's not.
No, Judge, again, I have filed an appearance. The court hasn't made a ruling on whether it's removing me or not. I simply made the court aware that that's what Ms. Palmer told me in our last conversation.
And I appreciate that, Mr. Santiago. Miss Keisha Palmer's mother, issue. This matter was set for a motion for reconsideration, where if there was an issue and there was a need to set aside the default judgment, it would be set aside. She still has some items in the property. After today, a writ can be issued to retrieve, to empty out the property. So Ms. Palmer has little time to get her items, and please relay that to her because a writ could possibly issue.
So how much time does she have?
I can't give you that. I don't know. but it could be any day because the move out date had already expired and now we're here. The only reason why a writ wasn't issued now is because of this motion.
Okay,
So if she got stuff, if she's left vacating, has items, she needs to get those items out of the property.
okay, if they leave them there, then they'll just throw them in the trash or whatever. What will happen?
They'll put them in the dumpster.
Okay, is that okay? Will she still be under a writ if that's what they do?
I mean, it's just if she wants her items, she should get them. That's all. She won't have a bill in the mail for the removal, or she won't have a warrant out if she doesn't move it out herself. That's what the bailiffs do to clear out the property. So if she's saying that she doesn't care about those items, then please let the court know so Mr. Sabree can tell his client to just, you know, then he'll be able to change the lock, secure his property. So, but this concludes this matter. Please relay that to your daughter. Wish you good luck. Thank you, Mr. Santiago. Thank you, Mr. Sabree.
Thank you,
Judge,
Judge.
can I just clarify, is the court then with removing me from the matter?
It's really moot,
Okay.
actually. So, it's all right.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge. Thanks, Mark.
I have another quick question, if I may. She had been working with an agency to help her.
Okay.
Sarah. They had been working with help her with everything. And then she got denied because on January 25th, her application was denied because she was sent an order of eviction by the 28th. So is there something that'll come that she'll be given so that she can still get assistance?
Ma'am, if it's Sarah, she will not receive assistance if she no longer lives in the property.
Okay, then she was in the process of getting the assistance. She was working with someone.
Maybe you all should have I think you ought to have this conversation outside because you're not really a party to the case. So I need to continue to call cases. I wish you well, ma'am, but you all can exchange numbers and have this conversation out the presence of everyone in the Zoom gallery.
Judge, Mr. Santiago and I have a matter that's resolved. This is Mr. Marquez matter ending in 243.
Okay. You all don't have to leave the Zoom chat, but we have to clear the airs. My case this morning. And I can't offer legal advice as a judge. So is this Attorney Yono's case? Mr. Marquez?
Oh, yeah, sorry, we substituted it, so it's probably making its way to the file.
No, it's not 243?
Yes, sir.
Calling case number 22395243, Town Residences versus Kevin Richard.
Morning, Dana Marquez, P 75872 for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157. On behalf of the tenant, Kevin Richard, Mr. Richard is present.
Thank you. Mr. Richard, can you state your name for the record?
Yep, Kevin Richard.
Thank you. Keep your Zoom camera up.
My apologies, Your Honor. I thought I started.
Have parties reached a resolution?
We have, Judge.
All right, what is the term?
We're going to do a conditional go ahead, Mr. Senator. Why don't you go ahead?
Judge, we're going to do a conditional dismissal. Sarah will pay a portion of Mr. Richard's past due balance. He will have a pay or vacate date of April 30th, 2023.
And what's the amount?
Sarah will pay, I believe, $16,242. At this point, we are not sure the actual amount for the tenant copay. Mr. Marchese will send me a current ledger so that we can review that. My understanding is it will be a little less than $11,000. Some late fees will be waived.
So Your Honor, the total amount at this point is $27,900 because Sarah's being paid late fees will be capped at $400. So the $27,900 amount may be reduced by the late fees amount over $400. So at this time, we have a maximum tenant copay of $11,648. So I asked on the record that be tentatively agreed to that whatever amount it be reduced to, that will be our amount. Thank you.
Okay, the court will agree to that. Is 4A or 4B checked?
4B. Thank you.
And is there consent to sign, Mr. Santiago? Do you have consent of Mr. Richard? Mr. Richard, can Mr. Santiago sign for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, court enter this conditional dismissal. Thank you. Good luck,
Thanks,
Mr.
Judge.
Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Santiago.
When they get this HPV.
Is anyone doing Attorney Katz's cases today? All right. Attorney Coleman, do a Zoom user.
Hello.
Hello? Calling
Hi,
case.
Jennifer.
Go ahead. What's your name?
Jennifer Almond.
All right. Good morning, Jim. Calling case number 22394900. This is Silver Property Management versus Norbert Gum.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neil Chanis, P40079, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, counsel. Is Norbert Gum here? Is there anyone who resides at 560 Parkview, Unit 209?
Your Honor, I have no objection to the motion for reconsideration. In fact, the tenant is paid in full. The case can be dismissed without prejudice.
All right, so the motion for consideration is the judgment, previous judgment entered by the court will be set aside and a dismissal without prejudice will be entered.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, counsel. And let's call your other one. Calling case number 22394902. This is Silver Property Management versus Brittany Johnson.
Neil Chanis, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Is Brittany Johnson here? Does anyone reside at 560 Parkview, number 304? All right, counsel.
Your Honor, we are asking that the court deny the motion for reconsideration, continue on with the judgment that was previously entered on February 13th. And I believe there is an order of eviction in the file waiting for issuance.
Are you requesting a waiver of the 56-day rule?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, the court will waive the 56-day rule. Well, first off, the court will grant the request to deny the motion. I'll reinstate the judgment as it exists and waive the 56-day rule.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yeah, ready with an 8:30.
All right.
All right, I believe I'm all set. Have a good day, Your Honor.
You all set. Have a great day, counsel. What's the case number, Attorney Phillips?
875, Your Honor, with Mr. Wallace, Attorney Wallace.
Attorney Wallace, 875, calling case number 2239-4875. This is the Home Store Inc. versus Angela Tubbs.
Good morning, Your Honor. If it please the court, Your Honor, Stephen Wallace on behalf of the plaintiff P 32925.
Morning, Your Honor, Ted Phillips, P 35900 for the defendant. And the defendant's in a breakout room, but Your Honor, this is one where Mr. Wallace has agreed to dismiss the matter. The defendant's a Section 8 tenant with a zero renter, and the matter's been resolved. Is that correct, Mr. Wallace?
That is correct.
All
So
right,
the reconsideration granted and dismissal.
Our motion for reconsideration is granted, and the court will set aside the judgment and enter a dismissal. So the previous judgment is moved. We'll enter a dismissal without prejudice, and also set aside their previous judgment so that defendant doesn't have that on their record. Even
Your Honor,
though,
do you want me to present an order to that effect?
sure, yes. That
Okay, I will
would
do so.
be. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Ms. Wallace.
Thank you.
Is Rena Lucas here? Is Rena Lucas here? Rena Lucas, we're looking for you. Calling case number 2239-4872. This is the Home Store versus Rena Lucas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Please the court, Stephen Wallace, P 32925 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Wallace. Does anyone reside at 20453 Berg Road? If you're calling them,
Your Honor, I would indicate, regardless of whether Ms. Lucas is here or not, this is also a judgment has been satisfied. So I'm satisfied to let the court grant the motion, set aside the judgment, enter a dismissal in this matter.
Okay, the court will, upon motion of plaintiff's counsel, the court will grant the motion for reconsideration, will set aside this default judgment and enter a dismissal without prejudice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Your Honor.
All right, Zoom user, talk to me.
LaDorian Fenderson. I just wanted to make sure that I'm here. Know that I'm present.
All right. What case are you on?
Last four digits 5184.
5184. Okay. LaDorian Fenderson, you were Ellen Mercier and Attorney Abbott.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you talked to Attorney Abbott?
No, I have not.
All right. Well, you have their legal aid is pretty. I don't know. Legal aid is really thin today in staff. So if you'd like to talk to Attorney Abbott or if you like legal counsel, it's up to you. But Attorney Abbott is available to speak when he pops up. But if you want legal counsel, they're here too. It's up to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, well, I have you checked in. I don't know what the resolution was for that, but you're checked in. Attorney Coleman.
Yes, Your Honor. I got my defaults and I also have a 9:30 with Attorney Mullane, to which I can put a consent on the record. She will not be hearing. She actually trusts me.
Some people trust you.
Yeah.
Is this, you said a 9:30?
It's 9:30. It's the case ending in 5263.
All right, calling case number 2239-5263, the Property Shop versus Alyssa Carter. And all occupants.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P. 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. As officer of the court, we have an agreement that we're entering this morning. Attorney Marilyn Mullane is going to be putting an appearance in. She is not going to be appearing this morning. She's given me authorization to sign off on this judgment. There will be a judgment by consent as to all occupants only, dismissed as to Alyssa Carter. All occupants must either pay or vacate by April 24th of 2023, or a writ would be able to issue. That is the agreement of the parties, Your Honor.
And what is the payment? What is the redemption amount?
$6,157.
$6,157?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, and this wasn't a motion to reconsider. This was an adjourned second hearing.
That is correct, Your Honor. But I do have my 8:30 motions for reconsideration. I have two of those, which we can call if you'd like.
All right, let's do one thing at a time. And we'll enter this judgment by consent for non-payment in the amount of $6,157 with the pay or vacate date of April 24th, 2023. That's what your case with Attorney Mullane, you said?
That's correct, Your Honor. That is correct, 9:30.
5263.
Affirmative, Judge.
What you say, counsel?
I said you are correct, Judge. That's what we just did.
And let's call. That concludes 5263. Notified. You said 5253. Is Teresa Ferris here? Teresa Ferris Mitchell? Oh, I see her. Counsel.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P56548, on behalf of the plaintiff. This matter was before the court previously back on February the 8th. At that time, a default judgment was taken. And today we're here before the court.
Thank you. It's Ms. Mitchell Ferris. Can you state your name for the record?
Nichelle Ferris.
Nichelle Ferris. Good morning, Ms. Nichelle Ferris. Are you driving?
Her connection is terrible, Judge. It's terrible. I can't hear.
Yeah, no. What are you? Sounds like you're flying an airplane, Ms. Ferris.
Yes, it does.
Sorry, I'm just getting in from the bus stop. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let's recall your case. We're gonna recall your case. Just chime in when you can get some silence, because we can't conduct with that in the background.
Okay.
And we can barely hear you.
I believe my speaker is out. Can I and just talk dialed in? But I don't know the dial in number.
Can you use someone else's phone?
No, it's just only me and my baby girl in the house. Just me. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. We'll recall this. I mean, can you hear her, Madam Court Reporter?
I mean, barely. This is snail's pace. I would have to confirm every answer she gives.
I can hear you clearly.
That's okay.
Every answer.
Yeah, Miss Ferris, try to call in when you get quiet, because don't wait too late, but try within the next couple of minutes. Just try to do it, and then, because I can barely hear your volume.
Sorry, I'm in the house. It's probably my phone. My speaker doesn't work.
Call the courtroom. It's 965-2404.
Thank you.
Don't call the court. Don't call the court, because the court reporter won't be able to hear you. Try to call in option on Zoom.
I think she said she don't have that number.
See if you can chat her, Mr. Coleman. I'll call your other one first.
Okay.
I'll call the other one and I'm not going to default you. I have you checked in, Ms. Ferris. We'll figure this out. Calling case number 2239-5258. 5258. This is Elite Rental LLC versus Peggy Mason and all occupants.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P. 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. This matter before the court, a motion for reconsideration. Previously, a default judgment was taken back on February 8th of 2023. At that time, the judgment amount was $10,977. If the defendant is not present, we're asking that judgment stand and that the 56-day rule be waived so we can file a writ of restitution.
What makes it better?
Court is going to you want the old default judgment to stand, counsel?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, court will grant the motion, reinstate the previous default judgment due to defendant's failure to appear, and issue a waiver of the 56-day rule. And that will conclude this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. If you could put myself and Mrs. Ferris into a breakout room, and we might be
I think that's a good idea.
We might be able to communicate through chat, or I might be able to just hear her well enough to try to come to a resolution.
Yeah, if you can get a consent where you can put the terms on the record and we can hear her say yes, that these are the terms, and court will be satisfied. So I like that idea. We'll put you in room number 3. Room number 3. And where is Miss? Where did she go on here? Michelle Ferris. Was she in the breakout?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna move you to room 3. Accept the prompt to room 3, Ms. Ferris. And then you and Attorney Coleman can talk, and then we can figure it out like that. So hit that prompt, okay?
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. On the bus with kid trying to work Zoom. So court understands issues that surround.
Judge, this is Robert Santiago. I accidentally logged off. Can I have host powers again when you get a chance?
Absolutely, Mr. Santiago.
Thank you.
Mr. Beresheim, would you like some? Oh, you have it already. Good morning.
Good morning.
Attorney Cullen. Are you ready for Earl Knott?
I am, Your Honor.
And is Earl Knott here? Is Earl Knott present?
Okay, I'll see you when I get back.
Can you all mute your devices, please?
We just mute them. There's no need to even ask.
Okay, thanks.
Case 585. All right, calling case number 2239-5585. This is River House Cooperative versus Earl Knott and all occupants. May I have appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. John Cullen, P36800, on behalf of River House.
Thank you, Mr. Cullen. Does anyone reside at 8900 East Jefferson, Unit 719? Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would request a default judgment in the total amount of $5,345.80, which represents the past due owing on this unit. We're not requesting a money judgment at this time, and we would request that
Is there any objection to a dismissal to the named defendants, counsel?
a dismissal as to the main. The
Can
next,
is there an objection for a judgment to be entered in all occupants?
no, Your Honor.
Okay, so the court, this wasn't set for a motion for reconsideration. I think this was set for a second hearing. The court is not aware of anyone present in the court who resides at 8900 East Jefferson, Unit 719. Therefore, the court will grant the request of plaintiff's counsel to issue a default judgment for non-payment of rent with the amount of $5,345 that must be paid by, are we seeking a statutory 10 days, counsel?
I would request 10 days, Your Honor. This is, we were previously had a default judgment that was supposed to be entered back in February. So that time we agreed to move it all the way to March 1st. So I guess today is what.
It's fine, counsel. Defendant must vacate by April 3rd, 2023, or writ may issue. Is there a waiver of the 56-day rule?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, court's gonna waive the 56-day rule. So, okay. Keep thinking this was a motion for reconsideration, but and for the record, there's a dismissal to name defendants, and the judgment will be entered for all occupants. All occupants may redeem the property by paying $5,345 by April 3rd or vacating. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are welcome.
Have a great day.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Attorney Barishai. Attorney Horka and I are ready on a case if you'd like to call it.
Okay. Okay.
They mentioned, yes, Judge. Yep. She had a default, the original judgment stood on her case.
Yeah. And what is that case for that you have ready? I didn't see who was talking.
Sorry, Your Honor. This is Attorney Barishai. The case is 22395-540.
540. Danielle Walker. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Calling case number 2239-5540.
Hello,
Go ahead. What's your name, ma'am?
Danielle Walker.
All right, thank you, Ms. Walker. Is there an attorney or representative from Plymouth non?
Sorry, Your Honor, you cut out there. This is Tom Barishai, P83642 on behalf of Danielle Walker. Attorney Horka had indicated he's ready. He may have stepped out, but he's given me permission to put the terms of the conditional dismissal on the record.
Okay. Go for it, counsel.
So, Your Honor, it will be a conditional dismissal. The defendant shall pay or vacate by March 31st, and box 4B will be checked.
March 31st. We're going to change that. Is that 10 day? No, we need April 1st.
April 1st falls on a Saturday, Your Honor. We can do April 3rd, I suppose.
Let's do April 3rd.
Your Honor, Joe Horka, P75969 for the plaintiff. April 3rd is fine.
Okay. And what's the redemption amount, or is this a termination? Let's see.
It is a non-payment rent case, Your Honor. I don't have the amount in front of me. Joe, what's the amount owing?
It's all right. It's all right. I'll accept it. Just enter it on the judgment. As long as parties consent, I have no issue with it. Just
Of
wanna
course, Your
make
Honor.
sure
Thank you.
we're all on the same page. So this is. 1 second. All right, this is just a second hearing. This isn't a motion for reconsideration. So the court will enter that conditional dismissal. Is 4B checked?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you have consent to sign for Danielle Walker?
Yes, Your Honor.
And good morning, Ms. Walker. Thank you for appearing this morning.
Thank you.
Do you understand the terms and the amounts that need to be paid?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, well, I wish you luck and you are free to leave. I'll sign this conditional dismissal when the court receives it. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have a blessed one.
Have a
Thank
wonderful
you,
day.
attorney. Walker. All right. Good luck.
Your Honor, Mr. Horkit's still here. This is Attorney Braley. We can resolve the Kiosha King matter very quickly.
I didn't hear the matter. Good morning, Ms. Brady. Let's see. Is that the Kiosha's King? That's what you said.
Yes,
The 901 matter.
correct.
All right, let's call it 223955534. This is Plymouth Nonprofit Housing versus Kiosha King and all occupants. May I have appearances?
Is Mr. Horka here? Okay, well, this is Hillary Braley, P number 82889 here on behalf of Ms. King. I am not sure if she's signed in today.
I'm here. I'm here, Hillary.
Ms. King, if you're there, state your name for the record, please.
Kiosha King.
Thank you. Okay, so at this point, Your Honor, we have a conditional dismissal. Mr. Landau has emailed me agreeing to the terms and given me permission to add his signature to the CD and submit it to the court.
All right, what are those terms? Would you like to put them on the record?
I certainly can. Just a second.
I know Mr. Horka is watching from, I mean, it sounds crazy that I'm saying this, but I know the volume of cases. So I know he's monitoring this and he'll be back in this courtroom. So the court is comfortable with entering this on your behalf and you can move forward. So let's put it on the record.
Yeah, thank you. And sorry, it just took me a second. Okay, so the total amount of past due rent, late fees, and court costs as of yesterday is $8,732. The defendant is going to pay $3,408 in ERAP funding as soon as she receives it from the ERAP program or by April 30th at the latest. She's going to pay $3,620 on or before March 31st. The plaintiff is waiving $1,704 of the past due balance. Payment of all of those monies and the waiver of the money in paragraph 4 is going to constitute full satisfaction of all rent and costs owed to the plaintiff through March. And failure to make payments will be grounds for an order of eviction to enter. The defendant is agreeing to vacate the property on or before Monday, July 31st, 2023. She understands that she's responsible for the regular rental amount as per the lease for the period of time that she remains in the property, and she agrees to pay that amount timely. So basically, she's going to pay rent until through July. And then just failure to pay rent after July, if she and the plaintiff come to some sort of agreement where she's remaining in the property and they have a rental relationship, that would require a new case action. It will not trigger default of the conditional dismissal. Okay. Plaintiff acknowledges that there is a hole in the ceiling inside the property for which the defendant has requested a repair. So,
all right.
Yeah.
The court will thank you for those terms. Is 4B checked?
Yes, 4B will be checked.
Do you have consent to sign for Ms. King, who is present? Ms. King, does she have your consent?
Yes.
And Ms. King, do you understand the terms of this agreement?
Yes.
All right, well, I wish you luck. If you haven't sent this in already, well, we'll sign this when you send it in, council.
Okay, I expect to have it into you by this afternoon at the latest.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Ms. Kate, if you have any questions, I can go into a break.
I do.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay. Let me see.
All right, Attorney Blessland, and then we'll go.
Ready, Judge.
Attorney, good morning. And then
Good morning, Judge. I've got a dismissal in the case ending in 5641.
Calling case number 22395641, Christopher Brown versus Yvette Davis and all occupants.
Yes, Your Honor. Dennis Flesland, P30289 for the plaintiff. We are moving to dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Okay, the court will grant the motion for reconsideration and hereby dismiss this matter without prejudice. The court will set aside the default judgment and dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Very good, Judge. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Write this down before I call the next case. All right. Set aside. New date.
Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, good morning.
Your Honor.
Yes.
This is Kiyoshi King. My attorney, she just said she'll meet me in a breakout room, but I'm not sure how to get into the breakout room without you all assigning it.
Let's see. I think she's. You said Kiyoshi King.
Your Honor, I can make sure she gets invited.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Set aside default judgment. Yes.
Your Honor, could I ask you a question? How do I check in? Anthony Reed.
Mr. Reed, good morning.
Good morning.
So, got it. What's your case number, sir?
360-436-0000.
That's the Zoom code.
That's the ID code, I think.
Yeah, that's the Zoom ID code. Which does it say Judge Sabree or Judge Jacquet?
I can give you the case number. Will that help?
Case number? You got something in the upper right hand corner? It starts with
2239-8013.
2239-8013.
That's correct.
I think you're in 2239. Get you to the right place. I don't see
For
one.
Deja Denson?
Yes.
Is it for?
It's for Deja Denson?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Judge Sean Jacquet.
You're in 538 with Judge Sean Jacquet. Does it say Judge Sean Jacquet in your notice?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, he switched courtrooms. He's in 538. So both of you all, obviously, you're working off the same notice. You're supposed to be in 538. Yes, 360-538-0000. So
Oh, that's
switch out.
not the new ID. Okay.
Okay, well, you can feel. Yes. What meeting ID do you have, Ms. Denson?
Yep, I have the same one he has, the 360-436. 00000. But I also received something. Well, I went to go pick up a letter yesterday from another court date that was handwritten by the landlord that was sent by certified mail for April 18th. And I'm just confused because this is the second court date that I have tried to get in and I'm not, getting nowhere. And I also tried calling the supervisor 2 months ago when they scheduled me a court date.
All
And
right,
never
well, you're on the docket for Sean Jacquet and 538-360-538-0000. So you can log into there and be in the right, you all be in the right place.
Okay, thank you.
So do I
You're-
change the, do I
You're all,
change
you're all on the same case, right? You're the same?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, yeah, you all are, and 360-538-0000. Good luck. And
Excuse
who
me,
else? Go ahead.
yes, my court, the last four digits of my court case is 0651. And my name is Jennifer Almond.
You would like to make sure that you're in the proper
I'm
court.
checking, I'm in the right spot, yeah.
All right, okay, let's check. I see you calling in. You all get priority 0651. You're scheduled for 9:30, Miss Aleman.
Correct.
Yes, I see you on Sean Jacquet's docket as well for 9:30 against Attorney Jarbo. So I need you to do the same thing. If you have the Zoom code, substitute 436-538.
You said it's 436-538?
360-538-0000.
360-538. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, hi. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, I am wondering if I'm in the right courtroom as
What's your case
well.
number? What's your case number?
2334-0012.
012. Are you Sherelle Bond?
Yes.
Yeah, you're in 538 as well. Scheduled for
Oh,
9:30.
wow. And I've been
So-
here for 54 minutes. Okay. So call back in and it's 360-538-0000.
Yes, ma'am. So you call that same, I think it's the same initial number, and then when you prompt it, enter that Zoom code. They're aware of the
Okay.
issue, so you should be all right, but good luck, man.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, let's get back to our docket for a second. Anyone with phone call-in number I'd like to take care of. And that being said, Attorney Coleman is
Under myself and Ms. Ferris have an agreement.
okay. Let's knock that out first. Ms. Ferris had an issue. So calling case number 2239-5253. This is Rock Point Property Management versus Nichelle Ferris, or Teresa Nichelle Ferris.
Yes.
Your Honor,
Good morning.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. Had an opportunity to speak to Ms. Ferris. Ms. Ferris, can you identify yourself for the record?
Nichelle Ferris.
Your Honor,
Nichelle Ferris. Thank you, Ms. Ferris.
Myself, we're asking that original judgment be set aside. Ms. Ferris is here today. What's owed is $9,157. This would be a judgment by hearing as to all occupants only. She will be either paying or vacating by April 14, 2023. MCL 4.201 subsection I was explained to her. It was explained that since she's not represented by counsel, she has 3 business days from today's date to file a motion asking the court to reconsider this, and she has 10 days to appeal to a court of higher jurisdiction, that being the Wayne County Circuit Court. Your Honor, we're also providing a ledger which confirms the amount that is being requested to the court with entry of this judgment.
Thank you. What is that? Could you refresh the court of the amount?
The amount is $9,000, court cost of $157 for a total amount of $9,157. The previous judgment that was entered that's being set aside was for roughly $7,477. So that is what is owed at this time, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to grant defendant's motion for reconsideration. Going to set aside the previous default judgment. Re-enter a judgment by hearing for non-payment of rent in the amount of $9,157 to be paid on or before April 14th, 2023, or a writ can issue. Defendant, if defendant vacates before April 14th, 2023, no writ will issue. Defendant was made aware as unrepresented defendant that she may appeal within 3 days, may file a motion within 3 days and appeal to a higher jurisdiction within 10 days. Is this the understanding of the agreement, Ms. Ferris?
Yes.
All right, well, I wish you luck and I will enter this judgment by hearing. So your last, is there objection to all occupants judgment?
No, I already did that.
Oh, you,
It is dismissed as to her and it's entered against all occupants only.
okay. All right.
I'm ahead of the game, Judge. I'm ahead of the game.
That was a yes.
That was a yes. Your Honor, you and your staff have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Good luck to you, Ms. Ferris.
God bless y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
All right, you too.
Your Honor, if I can interrupt, I would just want to make sure that Adon Lopez is in the right courtroom as well. He's got a 9:30 appointment.
Absolutely. Let's do it. I need to stretch, if you don't mind. Let's see. You have a 9:30.
Yes, for Adon Lopez. We just want to make sure that he's in the right courtroom. They told us 436. Just double checking, that's all.
Don Lopez.
Yes, Adon Lopez.
All right, thank whoever is assisting you because you do need to be in JK. Your case number is ending in 0702, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, do you know how to get to Judge JK?
What courtroom is he in?
He's in 538.
538. We're gonna have to get out and get back in. Thank you. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna remove you just so you can pop back in the regular screen and then good luck. All right.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you are.
Attorney.
My name is Anthony Watkins.
Courtroom.
Anthony Watkins.
Watkins and Walk.
Watkins.
That sound like walk in. Is it Watkins? You said Watkins?
Yes, Watkins.
Okay.
Judge, that's my case for 945.
All right. You, Ms. Watkins, are in the right courtroom. All right. And have you talked to Attorney Auxilio?
No.
We have not had a chance to speak yet.
Maybe this is the perfect time for you all to have a conversation. See if you can work it out. If not, I'll hear the case either way, but it makes for a little bit more private conversation and maybe more effective for all.
Yep, if we can go into a breakout room, that would be great.
Okay, I'm inviting you to room number 21.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you'll see a prompt, Ms. Watkins, you're welcome. Room number 21.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Eric Davis, I have you checked in.
Yeah.
I have you checked in. Is your tenant here or the person who's residing in your property?
There is no tenant. There was someone that
took over the house, that they haven't shown up to any hearings, so.
All right, I have you marked. Give me 1 second. I think we have another case ready and then I'll call you. Attorney Lamont, Attorney Malafit.
Yes, Your Honor. We are ready for 22393-761 to be called.
Which is not
Okay.
something that
Calling case 22393761.
but yeah, he's.
This is Detroit Real Estate Advisors versus Letitia Carswell and all occupants.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339 on behalf of the plaintiff.
And good morning, Your Honor. Suzanne Stepich-Lawan, P48702, Michigan Legal Services on behalf of Letitia Carswell. This is, and Ms. Carswell, can you state your name for the record, please?
Letitia Carswell.
Are you still there? Can you hear me?
Good morning, Ms. Carswell.
Good morning.
So we do not have an agreement. This is defendant's motion to set aside the default judgment. This is one of the cases that was caught up in the scheduling nightmare that you have been living. The original pretrial was set for February 28th. It was then rescheduled for February 9th. Defendant was not aware of that and therefore failed to appear on the 9th. And that's when a default judgment was entered. She then called the court and this hearing was scheduled. We would ask that you set aside the default judgment that was entered. She would like to vacate the property, but would like 30 days. So on or before April 21st. I have an approximate amount of rent that is due, but I'll have to defer to opposing counsel for the exact amount. We just did an estimate.
And Your Honor, the reason we haven't been able to come to any conclusion on this one is we would object to the 30 days. My client has, through no fault of their own, lost approximately 20 to 25 days based on the amount of time it took between the default and today to get everything together. Judge, we're trying to seek 14 days or the statutory minimum as the court sees fit.
I'm sorry, there's there's talking in the background and it's kind of interfering with Attorney Malafide.
I apologize. I don't know. Is that?
Okay, it stopped. It stopped. Yeah.
Okay. Do you need me to repeat anything?
I have where no fault of their own lost 20 to 25 based on the amount of time it took to default. And today.
Correct. And so, Judge, we're looking for just the statutory amount of time. We wouldn't object to removing the default necessarily, though. I would point out the fact that we were able to find that date without notice from the court.
Understood. The court is going to grant the motion for reconsideration, set aside the previous default judgment. All right, counsel, do you want the previous default judgment to stand, or are you requesting I'm sorry, Judge, but a judgment by
Judgment by hearing is fine, Judge, as the court sees fit. Obviously, we would be objecting to setting aside, but as the court has already said that they're going to set the default aside, so at this point it remains moot. So it would be a judgment by hearing, I think.
Ms. Carswell is here. Is there an objection to a named defendant, dismissal to named defendants and entry of all occupants?
Oh, no, Judge, you can set that as all occupants would be fine.
All right, well, sounds like we have a resolution. There's a judgment by hearing. Do you have an amount payment?
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Okay, so okay. Additional conditions to consent judgment.
Total is 5,510.
Off the ground for me, if you need to.
Okay, the court will enter a judgment by hearing. Well, the court will first set aside the motion, will grant the motion for reconsideration. Will set aside the default judgment previously entered due to defendant's failure to appear. and we'll dismiss the named defendant and enter a judgment for all occupants, judgment by hearing for all occupants to pay $5,510 by April 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This is Attorney Richter. I have a 9:35 hearing. I just spoke with Mr. Phillips, Ted Phillips. It's case 22396.
You're free to leave, and Ms. Lawon, you're free to leave, and Ms. Carswell, you're free to leave. Ms. Carswell, do you understand the terms of the agreement? Where's Letitia Carswell?
She's muted, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Carswell, do you understand the terms of this agreement?
Yes.
Okay, hold on and I'll talk to you in a breakout room when we're done, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Attorney Richter.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I appreciate the court's indulgence. I'm here on case 22396-081. I just came to an agreement with Mr. Phillips. He's going to enter a conditional dismissal. I just wanted the court to be aware that I was here today, but I'm in physical therapy right now, and they're calling me into the back. And it just
I'm
overran
here,
a little bit.
6081, I'm here.
Sorry?
6081, I'm here, Antoinette Garrett.
Oh, okay. Are you with Mr. Phillips?
No, he said he had civil court and
No, he's going to be back. I'm just letting the court know that I'm here, but I'm going to be in physical therapy, and Mr. Phillips is going to be taking care of the hearing. Your Honor?
Okay, we ready.
Your Honor? Your Honor?
He's muted.
Hello? Did you guys leave me?
Miss Garrett, I have you. It's okay. You can put yourself on mute.
Go back on mute?
Yes.
Madam Clerk?
Cyril Dorian Fedderson available.
Did we get kicked out the courtroom?
Ms. Garrett, the court is on break, so just please sit tight.
Dorian Feddersen, please.
Miss Garrett, if you could please join the breakout room. I just sent you an invitation.
Mr. Rushing, same thing. I just sent you an invitation to join the breakout room. Please go ahead and accept that invitation.
Hello? Hello?
Judge, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Can you all hear me now?
Now I can, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. All right, well. All right, okay. Attorney Richter, I've tried to get you out of here. I didn't realize I was muted, but I can enter this matter whenever you're ready.
Okay, now, Mr. Honor, I'm just waiting for Mr. Phillips to speak to his client. I think he's going to be doing a conditional dismissal. I'm in the middle of physical therapy right now, and I just wanted the court to know that I was here, and I'm going to try and make the appearance, but I gave him permission to enter that, upon my, approval of the document.
Go to physical therapy. I appreciate you making the court aware. I trust Mr. Phillips, and if this hearing is on YouTube, so if the terms aren't accurate, then we'll fix it before the conditional dismissal gets in.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too. All right, Attorney Abbott, you have Ellen Mercier, Marison. Dorian Fenderson, calling case number 2239-5184.
LaDorian Fenderson present, sir. I do believe someone from United Community Housing Coalition was trying to put me in a break room, but I could not, for some reason, she could not hear me.
All right. Let's see. All right, so is that your request to speak to counsel?
Sir, I haven't spoken to anyone. I spoke to the owner a few days ago and yesterday, so I actually don't know what's going on, and I've been here since 8 o'clock trying to get in contact with someone. I've been sending messages via Zoom to
Attorney Abbott. Attorney Abbott, if you all can work something out, work something out. If he needs legal counsel, then send him legal counsel.
Yeah, Attorney Abbott doesn't seem to be present, Your Honor.
I'm here.
Attorney Abbott is
Okay.
Yeah. You're listed as Zoom user. I'm going to rename you because we like to know who everyone is.
And my apologies. I've been trying to see how I can do it, but it's just for some reason not putting me up there.
All right, so this is what we'll do. We're gonna put you all in a breakout room and have a conversation. If you feel like you need legal counsel, you're asking to see your legal counsel. If you all get a resolution, then we're gonna get a resolution and call it a day.
Yes, sir.
You're in room number 7. Both of you all.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Keep going down the list. Whoever is Effer Williams here? Okay. Is Chantella Kenny here?
Yes, Your Honor. She's waiting to speak to an attorney.
Okay. Victoria Williamson. Is she still here? Who are you Attorney Katz's cases, Mr. Harkin?
Attorney Katz, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
No, Cox and Lando and myself.
Mr. Levasseur.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you doing Attorney Katz's case?
No, it would either be my own or Mr. Dyer's.
Okay. Calling case number 22393792. This is 866 Parker LLC versus Victoria Williamson. All right, Ms. Williamson left too. I'm not in a rush to dismiss this case. All right. Let's go with Edward Rushing. You have your hand up.
Yes, I was wanting to know how long it's gonna be for y'all call my case, because I have a doctor's appointment today.
What's your case now?
My case number is 22.
Mr. Dad, 22395358.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Dad, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, that is my case.
So I'll put you all in a breakout room.
I can invite you to a breakout room, Your Honor.
Okay, you have breakout privileges?
I do.
All right, thanks. Is Charviel King here?
Anna, we're just about resolved on that. We just need a minute or so more.
Okay, thanks.
Antoinette Garrett is here. 608.
Here, we're gonna call your case when Attorney Phillips is ready. Attorney Phillips is ready. We're gonna call your case, okay? I have you marked as here. Eric, Mr. Davis, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do your case. Calling case number 22394896. This is Eric Davis versus all occupants on Beeland. That is 19750 Beeland Street. Does anyone reside at 19750 Beeland Street? All right, let's see. This was originally filed in November for hazardous injury. This was filed in November. Here, this is one of these cases. We're scheduled today for an adjourned pretrial hearing that was moved up from February 28th. Defendant failed to appear. We issued a default judgment. Was there a default judgment previously entered in this, Mr. Davis?
Yes, it was filed with the court. This is part of those dates that got mixed up in February. We filed the default judgment. There's a move out date of March 1st. We have filed it back in February, so shortly after court hearing.
Okay, all right. So what we'll do, so there's a judgment filed already with the court.
Yeah, the ROA shows that it's a pending courtroom pickup. It's been pending since I think February 24th.
All right, so I want you Are you requesting that the motion is denied?
Yes.
All right, and would you like to reinstate the old default judgment, or would you like to enter a new one?
I would like the old one done so I don't have to wait 10 days.
All right, are you requesting a waiver of the 56-day rule?
Can I ask you what that means?
The 56-day rule is the rule, a writ cannot be filed beyond 56 days without a hearing unless the 56-day rule is waived.
Okay, so I can literally file the writ tomorrow. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Would you like a request? Would you like a waiver of the 56-day rule? Are you requesting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
All right. And the default judgment will stand as is. Waiver of 56-day rule. I believe you already submitted this to the court, so if you have a writ, the court will accept it and sign it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Davis.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye. Is Sabree Durder here? Sabree Durder. Calling case number 2239-4944. This is Jacqueline Jackson Broxton versus Sabree Durder and all occupants.
Again, good morning. And what I would like is for the default judgment.
Plaintiff's response, I think the argument was.
The outstanding amount is $1,880. So I'd like to reinstate the default. And I would waive the 56-day rule, and I'd like a writ issue.
I'll turn in the expert. All right. Okay, Ms. Jackson Broxton. This is, let me ensure. Okay. So was a default judgment previously entered on this case? It looks like. We're.
I'm sorry, what was the response?
2/8.
2/8, thank you.
Well, that's the court date. That's when it was issued.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so it's upon request from plaintiff. First, we're gonna deny any motions. If this was a case that, if this was up for a motion for reconsideration, it always says pretrial, but I believe it was. So we're gonna deny that motion. We're going to reinstate the default judgment as it stood.
Yes.
Okay. And the court is already in receipt of that. You're also requesting a waiver of the 56-day rule. Court will waive the 56-day rule. Have you submitted a writ already, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, well, the court will sign that and look out for some documentation in the mail.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
Your Honor, ready with a 945.
Ms. Jackson Broxton.
Yes.
Is there an objection to a dismissal to the named defendants? Can we put this judgment in all occupants?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, that will be done as well. Thank you. You are free to leave. If you submitted your writ, then you're just waiting on us to sign it. Because of the notice issues, there has been a slowdown on the writs that are related to those cases. So now that these cases have flushed through, there'll be a lot of ink on paper related to whatever you all have been waiting on. So just want you to know that as well.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
So I can go proceed now with the.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Hello? Ready with a 945, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Judge, you were saying?
Yes. You still need a writ of eviction, but you've already submitted it. So you still need our copy to proceed. But you're at that step.
Okay, and what will her eviction date be?
She already has a move-out date. It's already a written sign. Because we're using previous judgment. So it's already expired. Her move-out date is already expired. A writ can be filed most likely any day. You've already filed it, so you're just waiting on me to sign it. Once you get it, you can do whatever you need. Attorney Phillips. All right, thank you. I wish you well. All right, take care.
Your Honor, the 945-081.
All right. Calling case number 223952222. Southeast Michigan, Crow versus Atenia Watkins and all occupants.
Ready, Your Honor. For the record, Scott Ausilio, P42310, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you.
Ms. Watkins?
What happened?
Nothing happened. Ms. Watkins, could you please state your name for the record?
Anthony Watkins.
Thank you.
Judge, you sent us into a breakout room and we achieved a resolution.
Awesome. Would you like to put those terms on the record?
Judge, this is concerning the property located at 14432 Rutherford, Detroit, Michigan, 48227. Ms. Watkins and I have agreed to a conditional dismissal.
4B or 4A check?
It'd be 4B. Ms. Watkins is going to pay on or before April 21st of 2023 the amounts of the total amount of $6,321.50.
632153?
50.
50, okay. And is that your understanding of the agreement, Ms. Watkins?
Yes.
All right, Attorney Phillips, is that an accurate account of the terms?
That is, Judge, that's.
Okay, all right, the court will enter this conditional dismissal. Good luck. Thank you, counsel.
And Ms. Watkins, I have your consent to sign your name to it, to submit it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I will do so and submit it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Have
All right, you too. Attorney Phillips, are we ready? Can we enter? All right, you have a great day too, Ms. Watkins. Can we enter 081?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Calling case number 2239681. This is Layla Ali Abdul Rahman versus Antoinette Garrett and all occupants.
Morning, Your Honor. Ted Phillips, P35900 for the Antoinette Garrett, who's present in the courtroom. Ms. Garrett, could you say your name?
Antoinette Garrett.
Thank you,
Your
Ms.
Honor,
Garrett.
the opposing counsel, Stephen Richter, he was in the courtroom earlier today. He said he indicated to the court he had to leave. A medical issue. We did come to an agreement, though. He agreed that I could put on the record. And as an officer of court, I would represent that the agreement is that there's a conditional dismissal to be entered for a total sum owed of $4,030 to be paid within 3 weeks. It would be a 4B conditional dismissal, and that would be the full agreement of the parties, Your Honor.
All right, and for the record, Mr. Richter did come in and notify the court of exactly what you notified the court of, maybe with a few more details, but thank you very much, Attorney Phillips. I'll enter this conditional dismissal 4B check. Defendant is to pay $4,030 within 3 weeks. Let's put a date on this 3 weeks. So that
I will, Your Honor. I think that's 29th, 5th. It should be about the 12th, but there'll be a date in the order.
Okay, all right. Thanks for less confusion. And Ms. Garrett, good luck. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're all set, Ms. Garrett.
Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Phillips.
Your Honor, is it possible to get co-hosting ability so I can talk to my client before our case is called?
Sure. Morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. All right, calling, let's see.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Really quickly, Fenderson, Ladorian, Edward Rushing, Edgar Aaron, please accept the breakout rooms that I've invited you to if you would like to speak with legal aid today.
I think Ms. Fenderson and I have already made an agreement.
Yeah, Henderson is already ready. Calling case number 223, no problem. Calling case number 22395184, Ellen Marisser versus Ladorian Fenderson, and all occupants.
Good morning, Judge Sabree. My name is James Abbott, P26085. I represent the plaintiff.
Good morning. Mr. Fenderson,
Yes, sir.
can you state your name for the record?
Ladorian Fenderson.
Thank you, Mr. Fenderson. Mr. Abbott, I'll give you the floor.
Thank you. What I propose to do is enter a judgment by hearing against all occupants, dismiss Mr. Fenderson take a judgment for $5,370 plus court costs. And then he's going to pay $1,000 tomorrow and $500 every Friday thereafter, in addition to currently accruing rent until he has a zero balance.
All right. And is there an expiration date? When?
No. His deadline moves every Friday.
Okay, so is there a move out date?
No, only if he misses a payment.
Does this enter a condition? Wouldn't this be a condition of dismissal?
No, it's a hearing judgment.
Yeah, well, I guess it's some finality.
Against all
The
occupants.
court to enter a judgment by hearing. Well, first off, motion is granted for reconsideration. The previous default judgment is set aside. Court will enter a judgment by hearing, dismiss named defendants, enter a judgment for all occupants for a payment amount of $5,370
Plus court costs.
plus court costs of what, 165?
Yes.
Plus court costs of 165. And the defendant must pay that by May 15.
What was that date again, Judge?
Mr. Abbott, I need to put a control date on here. How much time do you need to pay this?
The first deadline would be, he has 10 days to make the first payment, but the payment schedule.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I just need the first 10 days, and then after that, so I'll put that one at April 3rd. So you have to pay $5,370 plus court fees.
Correct.
By 3rd, unless you all have another agreement. It sounds like parties have a payment plan agreement in place. So that means if you continue on with that payment plan, you will not have an issue. However, in the event the payments are breached, Mr. Abbott will be able to file a writ of eviction that next day because your move out date is the 3rd. So long as you continue on with arrangement, there won't be a move out date because you're continuing the deal. Once you breach that payment agreement, then Mr. Abbott can file for a writ of eviction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, but the judgment is in all occupants. It's not in your name. That's been dismissed. The previous default judgments was dismissed. However, the rent amount was updated and it looks like you've been paying some rent in the meantime, because it was at 78.70 and now it's at 53.70. So the court commend you on that. And this judgment's entered by hearing. So you know what you have to do, Mr. Fenderson. If you have any questions, call Attorney Abbott. Get that in writing, get the agreement in writing if you need it, but that concludes this matter. I wish you luck.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is this a actual court date for April 3rd?
That's a move out there.
I'll move on. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Mr. Abbott.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think you don't have any more cases in my courtroom, I don't believe.
That's correct.
All right. Thank you.
Judge, this is Robert Santiago. Is it possible to call 223-94792?
Absolutely. Calling case number 223-94792, Efra Williams versus Shatella Kinney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157, on behalf of Ms. Shatella McKinney, who is present. I don't believe that the plaintiff has made an appearance, Judge. Ms. Kinney, can you please state your name for the record?
Shatella Kinney.
Okay. Ms. Kinney, are you rushed?
Am I what?
Are you in a rush? Are you pressed for time?
No, I'm not pressed for time.
All right, well, I'm going to contact the plaintiff and see why they didn't appear.
Maybe.
Have you satisfied your rent?
Judge, just to make the court aware, again, Ms. Kinney informed me that the plaintiff may not own the property any longer. I don't know if that's the reason why he didn't show up or not, but that was the information.
That doesn't have, what legal significance, or how can you not have an appearance, come into a case and interject that type of information and expect me to rule on that? I don't have a problem, Mr. Santiago. I'm with you being an advocate, but we're pushing it a little too far. Now, I'm going, is Efra Williams here? Efra Williams isn't here. Plaintiff has failed to appear. The court will dismiss this matter for Efra Williams, the plaintiff's failure to appear. It looks like the cost when the time the judgment was entered was $220. This here is a motion for, this looks like it would have to be a motion for reconsideration. So this is what's going to happen. The court will set aside the previous default judgment that was entered for $220. Ms. Kinney, have you paid that amount?
No.
All right. Regardless of payment, plaintiff failed to appear. The motion will be granted. Are you requesting a dismissal?
She is, Judge. And Judge, if I may, in the future.
No, Mr. Santiago, I can't let you appear halfway.
No, that's the problem. I just spoke to her and we came out from the breakout room. I can file an appearance. I did. That's why I'm asking the court for clarification. Next time, should I file it online as I normally do before I ask the court, or can I file it afterwards?
I apologize for cutting you off. So you're appearing on behalf of Ms. Kinney. Mr. Santiago, what would you like to do?
I would ask that this matter be dismissed, Judge.
All right, dismissed without prejudice. You all are free to leave.
Thanks, Judge. And just to clarify, I will try to put in the appearance before I go on the record if I have the time in the future.
Okay, I thought you were saying initially that you weren't representing her, but
No. I wanted to make the court aware that the possible reason, in my belief, of why Mr. Williams may not have appeared.
Yeah, no issue, no issue. I just,
Thanks, Judge. I appreciate you.
I was hearing information that I didn't need to hear.
Understood.
So, all right, I appreciate it. Thank you for your advocacy. Ms. Kenny, you are free to leave. Thank your attorney for his zealous advocacy.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Santiago.
My pleasure, Judge. Thank you.
Sure, let's see.
Hello? Hello?
Peggy Mason, we called your case about an hour ago.
Yeah, this is Gregory Mason.
Yeah, your case was called about an hour ago. I think there was a default judgment entered for your case with the move out date of, I think, April 4th. I can't out review it, check the register of actions. Feel free to file any motions that you.
Your Honor, this is Attorney Phillips' case. He's in another courtroom right now. He'll be right back. 5258.
Yes, it's Gregory Mason.
5258. What is going on? Yeah, this case was defaulted. Defendant's failure to appear. Waiver of the 56-day rule. A motion was granted. Sounds like I'll set it over here. I set it aside yet. Judgment still entered, but I'll set it out. Mr. Mason, so just sit tight. Mr. Dodd.
I'm catching some of it, not all of it.
All right. Calling case number 2239355. Are we ready on that matter? Our party's ready. Mr. Dodd, what cases do you have ready?
I have case ending in 5355 ready. I have a dismissal ending in 5361.
Calling case number 22395361. Franklin Village Apartments versus Tamar Tallison.
Hello. Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Ronnie Haddad, P8497 on behalf of the plaintiff, and this is a dismissal without prejudice.
All right, so granted. Ms. Townsend, you are free to vacate.
Thank you.
Your matter has been dismissed. Thank you. Have a great day. Case number 22395358. This is Franklin Village Apartments versus Edward Rush. Is that one you said you had ready? Or is it 5355? I'll recall 5358. Recalling case number 22395355. Franklin Village versus Damian Raymond.
Yeah.
Mr. Dad, I think you're muted. Dad.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm on the record in a courtroom. Were we calling the
I'll recall it. Just let me know when you're ready. 5355.
That's a CD, Your Honor. I'm ready to put the terms on the record.
All right, I'm ready.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Ronnie Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. And the defendant is in the Zoom gallery as well for Damian Raymond, who is an occupant.
All right, and does anyone reside at 9565 Bray Street? Can you state your name for the record?
Yes. Sabree Williams.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, you may see.
Yes, Your Honor. The parties have agreed to enter into a conditional dismissal with a payment arrangement. The payment arrangement will be as follows. The balance due and owing is $1539.99. The defendant will pay $770 on April 15th. And additionally, he'll pay $770 on May 15th until the balance reaches zero. Any future late fees pursuant to this payment arrangement are waived. And the defendant is also responsible for his regular rent amount pursuant to the terms of his lease. And 4B will be checked. I did speak to Ms. Williams about the implications of 4B and also that she's not represented by counsel, that she can appeal this conditional dismissal if she disagrees with it, and that she's also given me permission to sign on her behalf.
All right. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes.
All right, and do you occupy the property at 9565 Bray Street?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And court will enter this conditional dismissal. Thank you. Was this a motion to reconsider? All right, excuse me. The court will grant the motion to reconsider, set aside the previous default judgment on this file, and new terms are entered. Looks like you've been paying some rent. Stick to the terms and good luck.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ready with an 830 with Ms. Haddad as well.
All right, what's the case number?
354.
Case number 22395354, Franklin Village Apartments versus Charville King.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Ronnie Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Morning, Your Honor. Ted Phillips, P 35900 for the defendant who is present in the Zoom courtroom.
All right, Ms. King, can you state your name?
Charviel King.
Thank you, Ms. Charville King. All right.
Your Honor, the parties have came to an agreement that this would be a conditional dismissal, convert from non-payment to termination, the vacate date of April the 22nd. Parties reserve all of their rights, and it would be a 4B conditional dismissal. Ms. Haddad, is that a correct recitation?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Is this a what's the move out date?
April the 22nd, 1 month.
All right. To enter this conditional dismissal, do you have consent to sign? Ms. King, do you give Mr. Phillips or Ms. Haddad consent to sign your name consistent with the terms of this agreement?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck, Ms. King. Wish you well. Is Edgar Aaron here? Is Sally Lucane here?
Edgar Allen is in a breakout room with Attorney Santiago.
Is Brenda Clements here? Is Annette Madison here? Is Sheena Lyons here? Is Sharia Sanders here?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Sheena Lyons?
Yes, I just came from a breakout room.
Okay. Are you represented by counsel or did you speak to Mr. Horton?
I spoke with Mr. Horka.
Okay. So I'll call your case whenever he's back in this courtroom.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. When he is back, he and I have an agreement on the Sharia Sanders case as well, which is 384.
Question. Okay. All right, thank you for that update.
Okay, Your Honor, so you would like for me to go on mute until Mr. Horka joins?
Unless you're gonna be quiet, unmuted, yes, please.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Mr. Wilson, Mr. Mason, yes.
Yeah, this is Mr. Mason. I'm trying to figure out if my, the guy that I talked to.
Mr. Mason, we need to wait for Mr. Coleman to get back. Your Honor, this was a default that probably shouldn't have been entered. Mr. Coleman is coming back, but we'll address it then.
Oh, you were able to get in contact with them?
Yes, I was. Mr. Mason was in a breakout room when it did slip through the cracks. But Mr. Coleman's coming back, he said, after his other cases.
All right, thank you for contacting him. All right. So sit tight, Mr. Mason.
Okay, I'll sit tight. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Horka, let's do calling case number 22395384, Banyan Property Management versus Sharia Sanders and all occupants.
Good morning, Joe Horka, P75969 for the plaintiff.
Good morning.
And good morning again, Suzanne Steffich-Lawan, P48702, Michigan Legal Services, on behalf of Sharia Sanders. And Ms. Sanders is here in the courtroom. Ms. Sanders, would you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Sharia Sanders.
Possible to tell the judges anyway.
Thank you, Ms. Sanders. Have parties worked out a resolution?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Awesome. Would you like to put the terms on the record?
Your Honor, we have worked out a judgment by way of hearing against all occupants only, converting this matter to a termination intent, preserving all monetary claims with a move-out date of April 22.
All right. Is that the understanding?
Yes, it is.
All right. This case wasn't an original. This was a pure second hearing, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. The court enters judgment by hearing for termination. We'll convert this to a termination of tenancy. There's proof of service. Parties are present. There'll be a dismissal to the named defendants. Judgment will be entered for all occupants to vacate by April 22nd, 2023, or writ can issue thereafter. That concludes this case. Good luck, Ms. Sanders.
Thank you.
Wish you well. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. And Mr. Horka, Sheena Lyons, so I can call calling case number 2239553. May I have appearances?
Yes,
What's your name?
Sheena Lyons.
Thank you, Ms. Lyons. Good morning. May I have your appearance?
Joe Horka, P75969 for the plaintiff.
Thank you, sir. Have the parties worked out an agreement?
Judge, we spoke. There's a small disagreement at this point, and she's going to be trying to talk to my client about a payment plan. She's got some things in the works to try and get this paid. We're seeking an approximately 2-week adjournment.
court finds good cause to adjourn this matter for 2 weeks. Stay on top of things. Please keep the communication going. So when we come back in 2 weeks, there are no further delays. Okay.
Okay.
It's a large landlord tenant docket. Defendants have a lot. Have to sit. I'm trying to reduce the time people have to sit in this courtroom. So the less cases we have, the less time, the less delays, the less time, but it's also, this is housing, this is an interest in housing, this is a necessity. So I understand the importance. So we'll come back in 2 weeks. I want to come back ready. Let's come back April 5th. Is April 5th a good day?
Yes.
Let's come back April 5th at, let's do 9:01 a.m.
Okay.
23. I'll see you back at 9:01. Hopefully we have something worked out before then. Take care.
Thank you.
Cool. Five. Okay, 5553. Okay. Calling case number 22395545, Plymouth Nonprofit Housing versus Brenda Clements.
Good morning, Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, looks like you're the only person here, Mr. Horka. Is Brenda Clements here? Is there anyone in the Zoom room that resides at 4309 Chrysler Drive? Council, is this doesn't appear to be on the ROA, but it looks like a default judgment was previously entered in this case. Is that accurate? Any sense? You stated your appearance. This case, defendant has failed to appear. Are you requesting the existing default judgment stand, or are you requesting a new default judgment?
New default on this one, Your Honor, please.
All right. How much rent is
$579.50 plus $160 in costs, total of $739.50.
all right? The court is going to set aside any previous default judgments that were submitted by the court. Also, deny the motion for reconsideration due to defendant's failure to appear. And the new default judgment entered in the amount of $739.50 with the move out date of April 3rd, 2020. That concludes this matter. Calling case number 22395548. This is Plymouth Nonprofit Housing versus Annette Madison and all occupants.
Good morning, Joe Horka, P75969, appearing for the plaintiff.
Thank you. Well, is Annette Madison here? Ms. Madison? Does anyone live at 4223 Chrysler Drive, apartment C?
You know, the current balance is $7,941 plus $160 in court costs, total of $8,101. I think on this one, I'd prefer to keep the existing default in place.
Okay, the court will reinstate, will court to deny any pending motions for reconsideration, reinstate existing default judgment. Any other requests?
Judge, I would request the 56-day rule is waived.
All right, court will waive the 56-day rule.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a Marquise Scott? Calling case number 2239-3527. This is Logical PM versus Marquise Scott.
Good morning, Joe Hurka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Is Marquise Scott here? Say yes. Did I hear a yes? Did I hear a yes? Does anyone reside at 11125 Craft Street? All right. This case was originally, this case is up today for a motion to set aside a default or motion for reconsideration. It appears that a default judgment was filed in February. However, there was confusion in court dates. This case was rescheduled. So today we're here. Counsel, do you have any requests? Thank you, muted.
Yeah, can we leave the existing default in place on this?
Okay. So in the event this was set for reconsideration, the court will deny the motion for reconsideration and upon plaintiff's request, reinstate. Actually, it's already there, but reinstate the default, the existing default judgment. Are there any other requests?
56-day rule waive, please.
All right, court will waive 6-day rule. All right.
Thank you, Aaron.
Failed to appear. You are welcome.
Did you have an 830 case ending in 487 by any chance?
Probably. You said 487? I believe so. Hold on. Yes, that's your last case. Calling case number 2239-5487, 7 Mile Holdings versus King and Queen Event Space.
Morning, Joe Hurka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff. Moving to dismiss this case.
All right. This matter is hereby dismissed. Thank you, counsel. Dismissed without prejudice, correct? Thank you, Mr. Horka. I conclude your matters.
One more with Attorney Baywall. I just sent her a chat on a small counteroffer if she's got a chance to look.
Your Honor, can I go into a breakout room to discuss with my client? I don't think it should take very long.
Absolutely. Do you need breakout privileges or something?
No, I have them. I just wanted to make sure the case wasn't called while we were in the breakout room.
Oh, no. That. Never do that.
Thank you.
Try not to do it, at least. All right, that's a dismissal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cases and a case I have to redo.
Mr. Dad and I are ready on one if you would like to.
I know UCHC is thin today. All right, you said, is this Victoria Williams?
No, it's Edgar Aaron. Last 4 are 5350.
Intern, you call attorney fast. think this is not Sean, because he has 0 balance. On case number 22395350, Franklin Village Apartments versus Edgar Allen and all, Edgar Aaron and all other occupants. May I have appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P 57157 on behalf of the tenant, Edgar Aaron, who is present. Mr. Aaron, could you place your name on the record, please?
Edgar Aaron.
Thank you. Mr. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Our parties, how much rent is owed in this matter? Okay, this case was previously, this case of default judgment was previously entered against Mr. Aaron for failure to appear. The court doesn't need any testimony from Mr. Aaron. Because he's present, the court will set aside this default judgment because all sides were aware of the defects in notice. So first and foremost, this motion for reconsideration is granted. Now we're here, Mr. Aaron, at your new court date. Today is the date and time to resolve this matter. Have parties come to a resolution?
We have, Judge.
Awesome. Would you like to put the terms on the record?
I can put the terms, Judge, but Ms. Haddad will have the specific figure. We have agreed to a 30-day conditional dismissal of pay or vacate to April 22nd with 4B. The amount was $5,400 and some change. I will ask Ms. Haddad to again place that specific amount on the record. That includes $164 in court fees.
That's inclusive in the 5,400?
Correct. It's 5,400 and change, Judge. I'm not sure the exact figure.
5401.
Hey, Rania?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What was the exact figure? 54?
The exact balance owed is $5,485.59.
Okay. All right, with the pay or vacate date of April 22nd, 2023?
Correct, Judge.
And there, okay. And do parties have consent? Mr. Aaron, this agreement is gonna get emailed from there, may get faxed to me. So do parties have consent to sign your signature so that you don't have to meet up with them to sign it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Do you understand what's going on in the terms of this agreement?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Sounds good. Thank you, counsel. Court to enter this conditional dismissal for consistent with the terms set forth on the record and whatever is on the face of the actual conditional dismissal.
Thanks, Judge. Thanks, Rania.
Okay.
Take care, Mr. Aaron.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, take care, Mr. Aaron.
All right. Thank you.
Well, is Sally Lucane here? Lucane? Sally Lucane. All right. Calling case number 22395353. This is Franklin Village Apartments versus Sally Lucane and all occupants at 9589 Falls, apartment 104.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P 84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Is Sally Lucane here? Do a quick scroll of the breakout rooms. I see no one by the name of Sally Lucane in the breakout rooms, nor do I recall anyone checking into this court under that name. Today is the day and time for a motion for reconsideration. Counsel, do you have any requests?
Yes, Your Honor. we move for the motion for reconsideration to be denied. Tenant defendant is still occupies the property. Balance owed is $4,175.59. So we request a judgment, Your Honor.
Okay, you're requesting a new judgment in the amount. The court will set aside the previous default judgment and enter a new judgment for non-payment of rent. A default judgment, again, because defendant failed to appear. That default judgment contains a redemption amount of $4,175.59 to be paid by April 3rd. Parties may vacate. Mr. Dad, did you have a later date? Did you state a later date or was?
I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there any objection to a judgment to all occupants?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to dismiss. The court's going to dismiss the named parties and enter this judgment as a judgment for all occupants. And that concludes this matters. Is there a request for, oh no, never mind. Strike that. All right, the court will enter a default judgment for defendant's failure to appear. I'll enter it as an all occupants judgment. However, all occupants must pay $4175.59 by April 3rd or a writ may issue. Thank you. And Ever Rushing is in the breakout room.
Your Honor, I was meeting with Mrs. Rushing and she was booted out. I don't know, like her phone dropped or something. I've been trying to reach her since. Unless she's in a waiting room or something. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Attorney, all right, just keep me updated. Attorney Katz, looks like one slipped through the crack. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I actually submitted if it's on the Williamson case, we submitted dismissal already on that.
Okay, good. I assume that was the case. And she told me she had a zero balance, but just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that was submitted around 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. So, thank you.
You are
But it's
welcome.
always good seeing you.
Likewise.
Right.
Haven't seen
Have a good day.
You too. Let's put it on the record. Let's put it on the record, real quick.
Okay. Let's do
Case
it.
number 22393792, since I have you here. 666 Parker LLC versus Victoria Williamson and all other occupants. May I have an appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sidney Katz, P51471 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, thank you. And Victoria Williamson was here previously. I think she had to.
She's still here. I see her signed in.
Okay. If you're here, Bill, please, Victoria Williamson, please state your name for the record.
Victoria Williamson.
Thank you. And Ms. Williamson, we are dismissing this matter without prejudice. You have a zero balance. Is that correct, Mr. Katz?
Correct. Yeah.
I indicate that it was paid. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I don't know if the balance is zero, but I know that this judgment was fulfilled and continue to fulfill those obligations. You're free to leave. Good to see you all. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You too.
Have a good day.
Christine Doe and James Wilson. We have a James Wilson or?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. This is James Wilson.
Okay, I remember this case.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Wilson?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Doing well.
Good.
Things are settling in a bit. I think we're getting some consistency in our docket, so I would say things are going good.
Yes, sir.
Calling case number 22396255. James Wilson versus Christine Doe and occupants. Now, can you state your name for the record?
James Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. We were previously matter appears to be adjourned to today. Can you update the court on what happened in the last one?
Yes, sir. There's been no progress that's been made. No other payments have been submitted since the last court date.
Okay, was there a promise to pay, an agreement to pay $28.78?
Yes, there was.
Okay, that's what the court has. What's the total amount owed?
As of right now, it's 38.28.
Okay. And did we enter a judgment, or this was adjourned to today for progress to be made to see if that 28.78 was gonna get paid?
Yes, sir.
And it did not get paid, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so the court's gonna enter judgment by hearing. Oh, no, I'll enter default judgment. I'm gonna enter judgment by hearing. Defendant has failed to appear. I'm entering a judgment by hearing because the computer is setting aside default judgments for cases that had confusing dates. I don't want them to set this aside and reschedule. To safeguard that, this judgment will be entered by hearing. However, defendant failed to appear. So same terms that would have existed. Actually, I'm gonna enter this by default for non-payment of rent for the amount of $3,828 with a pay or vacate date of April 4th, 2023. Is there any objection to dismissing the named defendant and entering a judgment on all occupants?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna enter this judgment as a judgment for all occupants, but all occupants, if they do not want a writ filed, must pay $3,828 by April 4th, 2023. That concludes this matter. I wish you luck. Mr. Wilson, take care.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much. You have a great day as well.
All right.
Your Honor, I believe I have a default and then an adjourn date for one as well. And those are my last two cases.
All right. So you have a default on tomorrow and an adjournment on work.
I have a default on 359. And an adjournment for 358.
I have Tamar Tallison as 361.
That's a dismissal, Your Honor. We already called that one.
Okay, that's a dismissal. All right,
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's dismiss that one because one of your cases just got dismissed. Let's see. Calling case number 2239-5361. This is Franklin Village Apartments versus Tamar Tallison.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P84927 on behalf of the plaintiff. Plaintiff moved to dismiss without prejudice.
Granted. This matter is dismissed without prejudice. All right. Let's get to the bottom of this. 5358 is an adjournment.
Yes, Your Honor. That's with Attorney Ted Phillips.
All right, let's do that. Calling case number 2239-5358. Franklin Village Apartments versus Edward Rushing and all other occupants.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Morning, Your Honor. Ted Phillips, P35900 for the defendant. Your Honor, this is a matter that I was speaking to the wife of the defendant who also occupies the property, and somehow she was, I don't know, her phone went dead or something, so I really didn't get as far as to assuring that she wanted me to represent her, but I can represent that much to the court. My understanding is that she believes that there was a Sarah payment made in August or sometime through August, excuse me. There does appear to have been a Sarah payment made for this address, so that is a bit confusing. The ledger is not showing that. I would ask based upon for a 1-week adjournment as opposed to something longer, so we could try to get to the bottom of that. Was talking to my client about a month adjournment and escrow, but I don't know if we got cut off, so I didn't get any further than that, and that's where we stand.
All right, would you all like to come back to 28, 29, 30? Have it your way.
Is the 30th Thursday?
30th is a Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday, either one, whatever works with Ms. Haddad.
Okay, the court finds good cause. Mr. That.
Any time works, Your Honor.
The court finds good cause to adjourn this matter to. You said Wednesday's work, Mr. Phillips?
It's as good or as bad as the next. That's fine.
Okay, understood. Court adjourns this to March 29th, 2023 at 9:01 a.m.
Ms. Haddad, if you could send me the ledger, that would be appreciated.
Will do.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Dad, let's dig up this case that was possibly erroneously processed. Which one?
The one that ends in 5359, Your Honor.
535. I don't have this case. My docket goes from 5358 to 5361. So let's see. Let's see if this one slipped through Judge Decay's.
Is this on Latoya Singley?
Is this Latoya Singley?
It is.
Just see where it says judgment by default entered on February 21st, 2023. And that's all I see.
It says future calendar date removed. That's probably why, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes,
bingo.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Digital part is breeding a lot of experts in ROA and Zoom.
It does say pre-trial scheduled for today at 8:30. Your
We're good to go.
Honor, is one of those. Yes.
Mr. Dan, I believe that you are free to go and before noon. Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a great day. Dismissal, Mr. Katz. Yeah. Turn it home, man. I think you left. I can start kicking people out of this courtroom. Oh, no, I can't. That's up. Of course, they're recessed until we have the Mr. Santiago. What's going on?
I'm just going to say, have a great day, Judge. I think I'm done. I thought you were logging off until later, so.
I have a default that we're going to recall and afford the occupants on halted, premium due process. And then we have Sorrell, and then we're done. So.
Okay, and I think my time is done for today. Thanks, Judge. I appreciate you and your patience.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Shout out to Curtis too. He does a great job in there.
Thank you.
This is definitely.
Your
Have a
Honor,
great
Attorney
day.
Coleman, I have a recall from 8:30 ending in 5258 with Attorney Ted Phillips. He's talking to his client right now. So you can pull that and hold up for 1 second. We should have that ready shortly, okay?
All right, yes, I'm well aware. I've been briefed and I'm prepared, and I only have 2 cases on my docket, you being one of them. All right, of course not, even if you don't see me, we're still here, all right? Still here, so when you're ready, just let me know. Let the court know.
Curtis, this is Lonnie. Are you still there?
Yes.
There's somebody in the gallery named Rena's iPhone. Do you know who that is? I know we tried to get her to join a breakout room.
Let's find out. Let's see.
Sorrel got. Oh, we're not muted.
Rena's iPhone.
Do you see it, or is it just I see it in the participant list. Maybe they're gone.
Miss Rena's iPhone. Can you hear the court? Rena's iPhone. Can you hear the court?
Thank you for trying. Sorry.
So
Can you get Mason back in the courtroom? I think I just put him and Fred in the same place inadvertently. Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Mr. Mason.
Hi, how you doing, Judge?
I'm well, how are you?
All right, trying to hang in here.
All right, hang in there, okay?
Yeah.
Judge, Attorney Phillips, ready to go.
Calling case number 223952558. This is Elite Rental LLC versus Peggy Mason and all occupants.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P 56548, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Morning, Your Honor. Ted Phillips, P 35900 for the defendant. Gregory Mason, who's an occupant and the son of the named defendant, Peggy Mason.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Gregory, could you, Mr. Mason,
Yeah,
could you say your name?
Gregory Lee Mason.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mason.
You're welcome, Judge.
Your Honor, the parties are agreeing that a judgment will be entered against all occupants only in the amount of $11,700. The case shall be dismissed as to Peggy Mason. That either has to be paid or the defendants must vacate on or before April 24th of 2023.
All right,
That's
Judge,
correct.
all
Correct.
right.
Mr. Mason, we'll talk in the breakout room after this.
And,
Okay.
Attorney Phillips, you did give me permission to submit this on your name and CC you on submittal.
That's correct, John. That's correct, Mr. Coleman.
Thank you.
This is the judgment by consent.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, the court, and just to make sure this was done, I believe it was done, this is checked on my sheet, but we're setting aside the motion for reconsideration. Well, I'm going to grant that motion for reconsideration. We're going to set aside the previous default and enter a new default, a judgment by consent, which will dismiss all named parties. That judgment will be for all occupants in the amount of $11,700 with the pay or vacate date of April 24th, 2023.
Correct.
Yes. Thank you all. Have a great day, Mr. Mason.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Mason,
Mr.
hang on, I'm going to take you in a breakout room.
Okay.
Coleman and Mr. Mason, you need to thank both of them because you were defaulted. So worked out. Good luck. Take care.
Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yep. How you doing, Mr. Real?
Just finding yourself.
Fine. Doing fine. Great. Great.
That's good.
Whenever you and Mr. Horka are ready, the case ending in 291, we're ready to call it.
Oh yeah, this is the only case. Whenever Mr. Harker is ready, I'll call it.
I am ready.
All right. On case number 223959291, Trust Property Management LLC versus Quintasha Sorrell and all occupants.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joe Horka, P75969 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Annalise Baywell, P80586 on behalf of Mr. L. Mr. L, can you state your name for the record?
Quintasha Sorrell.
Your Honor,
All right.
the parties have agreed to convert this case to a termination of tenancy. There will be a conditional dismissal with a move out date of May 22nd with 4B checked. I will draft it, send it to Mr. Horka for approval and then to the court.
Okay. Do you understand what's going on, Mr. Sorrell, in the terms of this conditional dismissal?
Yes.
Okay, and does Ms. Baywall have consent to sign your name?
Yes.
For the purposes of this hearing and not to take out some credit cards or anything, just for this hearing, for the consent, for the conditional dismissal.
Yeah.
All right, okay, the court is satisfied with the terms set forth on the judgment. Mr. Sorrell, good luck, wish you well. And I'll submit this to the court and we will sign it. Thank you, parties. Thank you, Ms. Baywall. Thank you, Mr. Horka. We'll have a great day.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a good day, Your Honor.
That concludes today's docket for March 22nd, 2023. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Henry. And you all take care.
Have a good day.
Early
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, let's do it again tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye. And Mr. Rob, if you need to stick around, do you need to talk to Mr. Phillips?
No, I don't know who that is. I was trying to leave.
Okay. All right. I'll get you out of here.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.